Hey there! So today we have another review for rocking the fresh white tea. Anyway, this is Dirt Bath, courtesy of Jeremiah from Hop Butcher for the World. So this is, wow, look at that raccoon on there. Well drawn. This is a Hazelnut Imperial Stout brewed with chocolate. So hazelnut chocolate Imperial Stout, 10.5%. And let's take this one. Never know the expectations on these beers. Ooh, that is a dark beer. That is pouring pitch black, yeah. That is pretty much as dark as it goes, pouring it out. Wonderful head retention on that. You can see the head building on that. Wonderful thick, deep brown head on that. This beer is quite roasty, and quite thick as well. You can see the bubbles moving on that carbonation. This is high viscosity on this beer, so beautiful looking beer. I mean, this is what like 1050 looks like with even more gigantic head. Okay. Top note is just all the hazelnuts. It is hazelnuts for days, buttery too. So it's like that roasty, toasty, buttery, kind of like hazelnut kind of thing. It's for a Rocher. Yeah. Underneath there's a little bit of chocolate driving in there. Deep in there's a little bit more coffee roast, but it really is a one of my favorite desserts. I'm not a sweet tooth at all, even though I do drink sweet beers. I like those, but hate just like, give me a piece of cake, won't take it. Give me cupcakes, won't take it. I won't take anything. But one of my actual things that I will eat is croissant almond. Having been in Paris, it's almond croissant. It's different from a regular croissant. It's really more of a pastry dish versus like a buttery, light, fluffy croissant. It's more of a thick. It's not thick. It's chewier, so it's like more like a Danish, I guess. But it's got this like flaked almond on it. It's a little bit more substantial. It's got a nice chew to it, and I'm just thinking of like hazelnut croissant on this one. Yeah, smells awesome. That's pastry stout. Yeah, there you go. Reminds me a little bit of. It actually has like a coffee, kind of like roast quality to it, or a coffee bitterness to it. I guess the roast is driving in there. So this, the roast and malt in there, that's like, driving that kind of balance on this one. There's also almost like this, there's coconut in here, right? That's so strange. So the toasted hazelnut quality is offering this really coconutty kind of flavor to it. Honestly, this tastes like, I would suspect, even myself, I suspect a lot of people might think that this was coconut and nutted, as in almonds, hazelnut, something like that, maybe peanut, not quite peanut, but something like that, because there is a really nice kind of toasted, almond joy kind of thing to it, and it's really interesting that they're offering this really beautiful coconut flavor without coconut. It's hazelnut, right? There's a chewiness of chocolate that probably threads in here. That's quite obvious. A little less sludgy than the Angry Share beers, but quite nice, thick, delicious Imperial Stout, pastry stout. I mean, doing a good job. This beer ends up a little dry, I would argue, for some pastry stouts, but not that dry. This beer is thick as hell. Great example of pastry stout. I mean, I don't know what to tell you otherwise. It's thick as hell. It offers great roast flavors. And actually, one of the things I think is the compliments of this beer is that it does have that roast and bitterness to help balance out those sweet flavors to it. I know a lot of pastry stouts are just straight thick bombs where I think they're made to be like 5 ounce, 8 ounce beers at best, but this one ends up being a little bit more bitter and dry. And I do like the really nice kind of like coconut complexity, even though there's just hazelnut chocolate in here. Yeah, a little bit of like biscuity thing in the middle, which like, sort of getting that croissant thing, like, the char a little bit from the baking. And it's just like, it's for Rocher for days with a little bit of sprinkling of maybe coconut thing, and then a dry kind of coffee note on the back end. So that's like my final full sentence on this one. Absolutely fantastic. This beer for me gets a solid 96. That is Dirt Bath, Hop Butcher for the World. Absolutely killing it. Loving their beers. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.